Alright, this is part two, guys. This is a sick video, yeah. That's why Zane's actors are lucky, man. Any part of that story. Yeah, they're lucky, man. John Boyega, Andre, those guys are lucky, man. Be part of that movie with me, yeah, man. They're gonna be safe for half a decade, man. For 5 years of their life, obviously. So Sarah, for 5 years of their life, they're gonna be safe, obviously. Yeah, 5 years of life, they're gonna be saved. They're gonna be saved for 5 years of their life, obviously. But I'm gonna have a rule. I'm gonna have something in the contract. You guys can't sign on with any other movies, obviously, until you're done filming the movie. Once you're done filming, you can now sign on for. So while post production takes place, the actors can now sign contracts for the movies because they're no longer working anymore. But make sure you what? Unless I go touring. If I go touring, then you can't sign any contracts. I need you for the tour, obviously. If I go on a world tour, which I don't know if I will because it's live behind the scenes, then the actors can't sign any contracts for movies. Or if you do, you're gonna have to find a way to make it work with your schedule because you have to tour with me, obviously. But if I don't tour, which I probably won't, because why? You can sign contracts for other movies in Hollywood while post production takes place. But make sure you don't what? It doesn't. Make sure you're able to attend the red carpet event and the red carpet event, the hotel party. My guys, you don't want to miss this event. This is my final goodbye party. The actors are not gonna want to miss that event. They're gonna want to go to that party. So, but yeah, sorry, producer, I can't work today. I have to go do my red carpet for Ivan's movie. And yeah, it's okay. You can go. It's only a 2-day event. I'll be right back. But yeah, the Hollywood the execs. Yeah, Ivan, it's fine. The actors can party it up for 2 days. Yeah, I just need your actors for 2 days, and I'll fly them right back to you guys. And that way it doesn't affect your filming schedule. I told you, these actors are not going to want to work in Hollywood. I'd rather work for fucking Ivan. I don't want to work for fucking Hollywood. Yeah, my hobby's better in Hollywood. It's better in Hollywood, I'm saying. Fuck, man, like, Hollywood's shit compared to Sky Source. Yes, it is. It's just back compared to Sky Source. My hobby's better in Hollywood. Yeah, man. Yeah. Since there. Peter Jackson or Mel Gibson can't sign any contracts until the 5 years of it. Because Peter and Mel are going to be there, are going to be working during post production a little bit. They're not working, but they're going to be watching. Obviously. Since there. Peter, Ivan, can I sign deals in Hollywood? Like while post production takes place, you can sign deals in Hollywood, but you can't be in Hollywood. I need you with me, Peter, for the movie. Peter won't want to go to Hollywood because he's gonna want to focus on things. Ivan, sorry guys, Ivan's movie is my priority right now. Yes, I have to watch post production. Yeah, Peter has to watch post production for like a year and like 4 months of watching. A lot of work. Will he be working? No, he'll just be watching, but he can give them ideas and that kind of stuff too while he's watching too. Me and VJ can give them ideas too while we're watching. Peter can give the visual effects team some ideas of what he's thinking of for the visual effects if he wants. He's gonna want to watch post production, Peter. You know, Ivan, I'll watch. Peter, you don't mind watching for like a year and a half? I don't mind, Ivan. What I can do, Peter, I can have you watch for maybe 3 weeks and send you home. Send you home once a month during the 1 year and 4 months. That way you're not stressed out. Send Peter home once a month to spend time with his family for a good week, and he flies back to Vancouver and he watches the rest of the production. That way he's not stressed out. You're looking at a year and like 4 months of editing, something crazy. That's why Zayas will get released like after it'll take like 5 years to get released. Big project, man. Lord of the Rings was a 5-year project too. They started pre-production, I think, in 1997. And they ended 1998, I think. 1998 they started pre-production. They ended in 2003. 5 years it took them to finish Lord of the Rings. It was a long process, Zanus, man. It's a 5-year project, something long. It's something very, very long, obviously. It's a long project. And the 17th is going to have to constantly keep tabs with Amazon during post-production. Amazon will constantly bother me. Ivan, like, are you guys almost done? Nah. How long will it take, Ivan? It'll take me a good like year and 3 months. I'm like, yeah, guys, sorry, you gotta wait it out. Because Amazon wants that cheddar so bad, obviously. Yeah, Ivan, are all the pictures taken for the merch? Yes, all the pictures are taken for the merch. Okay, Ivan, we'll start prepping the sale for the merch. So to build excitement for you guys, a couple months after filming takes place, I released the merch on Amazon for you guys to buy. And not everyone will buy the merch. Some people won't buy it. Maybe half the world, half of the world, maybe 400 million people will buy my merch. The other half won't buy it because they're cheap. I don't need merch. I recommend you get my merch. It's nice to have a poster. I'm gonna sell 6 posters, a Joe pipe, and I'm gonna have you can actually smoke like weed and like cigarettes on the Joe pipe. I'm also gonna sell like 5 L mugs, 5 L mugs, 5 nice L Zanus mugs. Something cool, yeah. Five, 5 L mugs. I could also sell stickers too. Zanus stickers you can put in your room, and I might perhaps sell T-shirts. Toys, most likely not. Toys are expensive. But I'll think about it. I might perhaps sell the toys, but I mean, I'll sell maybe perhaps the toys and T-shirts. But I might perhaps sell T-shirts, Zanus T-shirts, and that's it. That's good enough for the merch. And toys, maybe I could perhaps sell toys. What about like swords and weapons, that kind of stuff? No, I'm not gonna do that. That stuff's expensive. Amazon's like, Ivan, you can sell swords if you want. You can sell your Zanus sword. I'm like, yeah, but that's expensive. Like, yeah, Ivan, that's for the rich. The rich can buy that, Ivan. I'm like, yeah, I know. For Lord of the Rings, they have merch where you sell. They have like an Aragon sword. They have Gandalf's Glamdring sword. You know what I'm saying? They have Frodo's Sting sword. They sell all that merch. I'm not gonna sell that. That's crazy. Just T-shirts, posters, mugs. That's enough. And a Joe pipe and perhaps toys. I'll think about it. We'll see what happens. Obviously, I'll release the merch for you guys to buy. Some Sarah. And you get the option of the framed ones or paper posters. I recommend you get the framed ones. The framed ones are nicer. All the actors and all of them, they all get the framed ones. I'm gonna ask them, hey, you guys want the framed ones or the poster ones? We want the framed ones. I'm okay. We'll send you all the merch for free. Peter gets his free merch. Mel gets his free merch. All these Alien stars get their free merch. And what? Yeah, obviously. I'm gonna ask the actors, you guys want the merch or not? Like, are you kidding me? I want the merch. You want the merch, obviously. Okay, fine. You guys will get all the crewmen, all the actors, and Peter and Mel and all. They all get free merch. And when the movie's released, you get the free nice box and sent to your mail to your house. Sarah. All right, what about a 4K Blu-ray player? No, you have to buy your own 4K Blu-ray. I paid you guys enough money. You're buying your own 4K Blu-ray. I'm not buying it for you. Yeah. You guys all made your millions. You can easily afford. Yeah, I can use it for. Yeah, easy afford to get your nice $800 4K Blu-ray player. You guys are all millionaires, right? You can afford it. The crewmen can afford it too. They got paid $150K. They got a $2,000 gift card. They can easily get a nice 4K Blu-ray player themselves, obviously, Sarah. And you guys are gonna have to buy a 4K Blu-ray player too, as I'm releasing it on 4K Blu-ray. A nice box set, Sarah. Yeah. That's why people will be so excited for the movie, or Mel will be so excited for that movie, man. You're gonna see in the documentary how much more happy Peter is in my movie compared to Lord of the Rings or Mel, because he's out of the Hollywood system. Don't forget that. He's saved, and my company's Bernhall. I'm giving him all these perks. I gave him all the budget. I paid him way more money than what Hollywood makes. And what? And he what? He's happy, obviously, because I paid him a lot of money, obviously. Samsara. Yeah. But be careful for the greedy Peter, Ivan, and Mel Gibson. If Peter wants $830 million, I'm not paying him that, man. That's crazy. Peter, I'm not going to pay you that. You're fucking crazy, man. I'm not going to pay you. Because he knows me and Vij are going to make our billions. I don't know, our $20 billion off Zanus. He wants a bigger chunk of that. I'm like, Peter, the reason why I'm making way more than you because I'm much bigger than you, man. I'm a god. You're big, but you're small compared to me. That's why I'm making way more than you, but I'm still paying you unheard amount of money. A $700 million deal in New Zealand dollar. That's good enough. Stop being greedy. Sarah. Worst comes to worst, you can pay a bit more. If Peter is so greedy, you can pay maybe like $90 million in the merch and give him maybe $425 million of the royalties if he's really, really greedy. He's now making like $700, like $5 million, a little bit more, but there's no point of doing that. I'm not going to do that. What I'm paying you is good enough. $700 million deal, Peter, in your New Zealand dollar, man. That's your real money because you live in New Zealand. That's not enough for you, Ivan. I want more, man. I want like double that. I'm like, no, Peter, I'm not gonna pay you that. You're fucking crazy. Yeah, some Sarah. Yeah, obviously. So Peter, once let's say I choose Peter Jackson. Don't hate Mel Gibson. Say once you finish filming and you get your Tamil Pulse Wing bonus, obviously, I'll take you and your family and my $17 on a nice vacation, a nice resort, obviously. And then once post production starts, I will fly you back to Vancouver. You're going to be watching post production. Will Peter be staying in a trailer or a hotel? Um, I can have him stay in a hotel when I fly to Vancouver. I can easily afford to have him stay in a hotel. In a hotel, I can easily afford it, obviously. But the other crewmen who work on visual effects have to sleep in trailers. And that's why make sure you have a TV. Make sure you have. I'm gonna put money into a living room area in a post production room where they can watch TV on their break. Make sure you have Wi-Fi. That way, when they're in the trailer, they can watch stuff on their phone. You see what I'm saying? That way, they're not bored. So put money into a nice like lounge area in the visual effects building where they can watch TV on their break when they're bored. Some Sarah. Make sure you have Wi-Fi in there. All that stuff. Peter, because he's my director, I'll spoil him a bit more. I can have him stay in a hotel while he's watching post production. Of the end of the fourth year and the beginning and the fifth year, obviously. Some Sarah. Obviously. Hey Peter, so once my photographer's on took all the pictures for the posters for the poster pictures, obviously. Well, you have pictures on the mugs? No. The mugs are gonna be just regular mugs. Or I could have pictures. I could have pictures on the mugs too. But I mean, I'm gonna have a customized ale mugs. You know the ale mugs that the hobbits drank in Lord of the Rings. Think of ale mugs like that for the movie. I'm gonna sell like 5 of those. You can drink that with your beer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, look at amazing merch. And I might sell a bit of stickers maybe and T-shirts. How many T-shirts, Ivan? I can give you maybe like 8 options of T-shirts, and T-shirts, sweaters, that kind of stuff. T-shirts, sweaters, nice Zayn T-shirts, and toys, perhaps. Raw Marinette loves hot toys, but hot toys are expensive. That's for the rich, the guys who are making 100,000 a year. Those are for those guys. We'll see what happens. I'll probably just stick to the T-shirts, the stickers, the Joe Pipe, the mugs, and the post. That's good enough for merch. Obviously, once the merch is available to be released and the whole world's going crazy and you buying that merch, obviously, once me and VJ get our first royalty check, don't hate me, you know what I'm saying? Peter will get his $80 million deposit in his bank, which is like 100 what? I don't know, about 95, 100, about $100 million in New Zealand money, and Peter gets in his bank because he's greedy. He wants more money. I'm like, yeah, obviously. Like, Ivan, what about post production? You're gonna pay me for that? I'm like, Peter, I'm already paying you post production. I paid you $10 million post filming bonus. That's enough for money for a year and a half of watching, and you're also getting your $80 million for the merch. That's enough money. You're just greedy, obviously, Sarah. Then once the movie gets released, you get your big royalty check, your big $450 royalty check, Sarah, which you're gonna walk with like $380 in your bank after taxes. And Mel will get his 25 million royalty check for the merch, and his 6 month post bonus. And he gets his fat $180 million for the royalty check. Once me and VJ get our first royalty check from Amazon. Sarah. Yeah. Sarah. So Zayas I'll make for $1.2 billion, $780 million towards the movie, and 10 million towards the doc, and 410 towards salaries. Sarah. And my top 2 candidates I just mentioned are Peter Jackson and Mel Gibson. The question is who's better for the job. I don't know. Somebody tells me Mel's the guy, but somebody tells me Peter is the guy too. Somebody tells me Mel will make a darker movie than Peter. But Peter, you're gonna get more of the fantasy experience, the better fantasy experience. That's why they're both really good. I think Mel, you're gonna get more of that horrific theme, like you did for Passion Christ with the demons and Jesus. Whereas Peter, it will be horrific, but you're gonna get more of that fantasy feel that you got for Lord of the Rings. In other words, I think Peter will make a better quality movie in terms of the fantasy experience, the world building, but Mel will make a better quality movie in terms of the horror, the horrific theme. That's why I think the differences between those two directors. The question is, who's better for the job, Mel or Peter? I don't know. Somebody tells you I'm going to choose Mel. Mel will be the guy. But somebody tells you I might choose Peter. He's a fantasy guy. I'm like, Peter, man, if you can do what you did for Lord of the Rings, man, and you make my Zane's who even better than that, man, holy shit, man, like, come on board. Be my fucking director. Mel, if you could do what you did for Passion of the Christ and elevate my movie, man, come on board. I want you to be my fucking director. They're both fucking good. Some Sarah. Peter, if you can write just as good of a script as you did for Lord of the Rings, a quality script like you did for Lord of the Rings, yeah. Because Peter is obviously a very talented writer. He wrote the Lord of the Rings trilogy and The Hobbit, too. The Hobbit had pretty good writing, but it was not as good as Lord of the Rings. The Hobbit had good writing, too, though. The writing of The Hobbit was good, but it wasn't as good as Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings had amazing writing. And that's why I want Fran on board, because Fran helped Peter write Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. She's Peter's wife, or partner, whatever it is, I'm hating those, and what? She helped him write the script, obviously, as well as Philip Boyan. She helped Peter write the script, too. But I don't need Philip Boyan for saying this. I think Fran's enough. I don't need Philip Boyan. If Peter might tell me, Ivan, you can have Philip Boyan come on board. You know what I'm saying? She can be your assistant producer. I could have Philip Boyan come on board, but it's just going to cost me more money. She's going to demand a lot of money, too. Ivan, I want like $1 million at least. She's going to want like $1 million, too. Like a $900,000, $800,000 deal. Obviously. Well, she'd gladly come on board for $800K for help. Like, Peter, we already have enough help. We have you. I have my two survivors, I have Guillermo del Toro, and I have Fran, your wife. That's enough. We don't need Philip Boyan. Don't hate me. I'm saying, yeah. Obviously, right? Yeah. So I want Fran helping Peter with the notes and helping me write the script too. But she only has to help me like twice a week. Help me twice a week, and then Peter will help me out all week, obviously, write the script, obviously. You're probably looking at a good maybe 30% of changes. Peter might tell me, Ivan, you got to cut this, man. I'm like, really, I know what I'm doing. Trust me, you cut this. Don't put this in the movie. It won't translate well on screen, Ivan. We have to change this about the movie. We're going to make a few changes, obviously. We need to change this in the movie, Ivan. Okay. But most of the stuff on my book does translate well on screen. People be like, yeah, Ivan, like, I'm picturing all your scenes. All your scenes in your book will translate well on screen, Ivan. Some dialogue we have to maybe tweak a little bit. It might be a little bit all over the place if you do this. We can change this in your story, Ivan. Okay, you can change. We can make changes, Peter, but don't make drastic changes like you did for Lord of the Rings, whereby you did a full like 180 and you changed a bunch of things and you only follow like 20% of the book. Don't do that for my book. We need to follow a good chunk of it. At least 65-70% of the book we need to follow. There's nothing wrong with making changes, making it better, but don't change a bunch of stuff, Peter, and ruin the DNA of the story. Follow the DNA of the story, Peter. Don't be fucking. What? Don't change a bunch of stuff with Lord of the Rings. Like having Faramir be tempted by the ring in the movie. When the book, he overcomes the temptation of the ring. When you read the book. That's a drastic change. Obviously. Sam sending Frodo home, that's not in the book. Peter added that. Yeah, Peter, don't be stupid and be adding a bunch of things in the fucking movie. That will ruin the DNA of the story. There's nothing wrong with us adding some stuff. I'm obviously gonna add some things to make it more interesting, but don't do a drastic change. We need to follow the story, okay, Ivan? So you're saying, yeah, we need to follow the story. I'm gonna tell him, don't do what you did for Lord of the Rings, Peter. Why you made a bunch of changes, and you follow only 20% of the book. We need to follow at least a good 70% of this story. We can make 30% of some changes. Sarah? Yeah, obviously. Same goes for Mel. Don't change a bunch of stuff, Mel. We need to follow the story. Sarah? So Peter, I'll pay him his $85 million base for the 4 years of Zanus. He gets a $10 million bonus for the for 3 years of pre-production, and he gets $65 million for the for production, and he gets a $10 million post-filming bonus. And he gets $80 million of the merch receipts, and he gets $450 million of the box office receipts. So he signed a $580 million deal, a massive contract, which is $700 million in New Zealand money. I want about double that. I'm like, Peter, no. I want double that, Ivan. I'm like, Peter, no. I'm not gonna pay you anything, man. Like, you're fucking. I'm not gonna let you do like that, man. Have you take all the money for yourself? Ivan, just give all the money to me, Ivan. I'm like, no, Peter. I'm not gonna give all the money to you. My 7 teams just gets paid as well as my actors, not just about you. Ivan, what you're paying your actors is enough. You don't have to pay them, give them royalties, Ivan. They're not worth it, Ivan. Peter, you're not worth $830 million of the royalties for my movie, man. You're getting greedy. I'm not gonna pay you that. Peter, like $400 million of a tax bank's not enough for you. No, Ivan, I want more. I want like $600 in my bank. Like, Peter, you're fucking greedy. No, I'm not gonna pay you that. Greedy fucking pig. Hey, that's a good deal for Peter Ivan. We're just being assholes. He doesn't even make this in Hollywood. Yes. This is like double what he made for more than double what he made for Lord of the Rings. Yes. Ivan, it's a deal. It's good enough, Ivan. $380 million in my bank is more than enough money. I'm just greedy, Ivan. I want more money. Yeah, you're being an asshole, Peter. Stop. It's more than enough money. You're just greedy, obviously. He's greedy. He wants more money, obviously. Comes there. Then Mel, I'll pay $56 million of the box of salary, $10 million base, obviously for 3 years of pre-production, $40 million for production, and $6 million post-filming bonus, and $25 million of the merch receipts. So they'll do it for Mel, obviously, and $180 million of the box office receipts and royalties. Because both Mel and Peter are gonna want royalties. Ivan, what about royalties? Yeah, I'll give you royalties. But like, I'm not gonna. You're pushing. I'm not gonna give you guys something a crazy amount of royalties, whereby you rip me off. Peter, $450 million in royalties is enough. I'm not gonna give you $800 million in royalties. You're fucking crazy. You're greedy. I know you're greedy. I'm not gonna give all the 1% to you because you took all the things for Lord of the Rings. You took all the money for Lord of the Rings because you're greedy, obviously. It's mine. It's all mine. Because he's greedy, obviously. He's a greedy pig. Yeah, remember, he's a greedy animal. Be careful, Peter, obviously. The question is, who's better for the job? I don't know. Obviously. Will Peter have will Peter have Eric to be a horrific devil? Of course he will. I'm gonna make sure Eric has a horrific devil. I'm like, Peter, I have say a bit of power over you. I want Eric to be the one to bring me. Yeah, Ivan, we'll make him horrific. But I think Mel will take it to the next level, whereby he's like super scary. Peter will have him super scary too, but Mel I think will even be a bit scarier because Mel's into that stuff. That's why it's tough. I might choose Mel. I like talking about Peter more because he's a fancy guy. And he's a bit more interesting than Mel because he's green and all stuff. But I might choose Mel, man. I think Mel might be the guy, not Peter. Don't hate Peter, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Mel might be the guy, man. Not Peter. But Peter might be the guy, too. Yeah. Give me a sec, guys. I'm going to go upstairs. I think the sausages are ready. Wait a second, guys. I'll be back. Don't hate, you know what I'm saying? Alright, sorry for the long wait. I had to go upstairs and shut the oven off because the sausages were cooking. They were in the oven. I had to take the sausages out of the oven. And right now, the sausages are cooling a little bit because it's really, really hot. So next part, after this part, I'll go upstairs and dress my sausages. And then I'll come back and continue part 3 with you guys. Sorry. That's my offer for Peter Jackson, Mel Gibson. The question is, which director is better for the movie? Which interpretation of my story will be better, Mel's version or Peter's version? Because you're looking at 2 different movies. Mel obviously has a different idea for Zayn's than Peter. Peter has a different idea for Zayn's than Mel. The question is, whose interpretation of the movie is better? I don't know. Hence why you have to test their creativity. I'm going to fly both those guys in. I'm going to test their creativity. Whoever is the better man for the job, one will get... My secretaries will give their agents a call. One will get the good news. The other one will get the bad news. Peter will get the good news. Mel will get the bad news. Or Peter will get the bad news. Mel will get the good news. I don't know who I'm going to hire. It just depends. I don't know. Some Sarah. What's your heart telling you? Mel. But at the same time, my heart's also kind of telling me Peter. Somebody tells me I might choose him over Mel too. He did Lord of the Rings. It's tough. It's like a back and forth thing in my mind, man. It's crazy. They're both really, really good. Yes, I talk about Peter more. It doesn't mean I'm going to choose him, right? I might what? I might choose Mel most likely. We'll see what happens. Don't hate Peter. I'm saying, yeah. We'll see. I like talking about Peter more because he did Lord of the Rings. He's a fancy guy and he's greedy. He's a greedy pig. That's why I like talking about him more. Mel's greedy too. He's not as greedy as Peter. Peter's greedy on another level. That's why I like talking about him more. Because Peter is a bit more interesting because he did Lord of the Rings. He's a greedy pig. That's why I like talking about him more. You know what I'm saying? But like, I might end up choosing Mel for Peter, man. Don't hate Peter, I'm saying. But I might choose Peter for Mel. Don't hate Mel, I'm saying. Yeah. I'll see. Zara? Yeah. Some Zara? Yeah. Obviously. So let's say I choose Peter Jackson. Don't hate Mel, I'm saying. Peter will help me co-write the script. So from 9 to 12, we always have to co-write the script every morning. And we get 2 50-minute breaks. And I'll have Guillermo Toro, Fran help me and Peter co-write the script. And my 2 supervisors can help me too twice a week. And for the remaining 3 days, they have to do the business calls. I'll help my 17 with the calls. And Peter will just be with me in the boardroom. Will help me write the script for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So Monday, Tuesday, we have like 6 people, like 5 people helping me and Peter write the script. And Wednesday to Friday, me and Peter write the script ourselves in the boardroom. Because they gotta help us 17 with the business calls. That's that. Sometimes they might help us maybe more than twice a week. It just depends how much. Let's say there's not as much business calls to make, which they will be. They'll be busy all week. Sometimes you can have them help you out maybe 3 days a week, but 2 days a week they help us out. The remaining days we work on the script, me and Peter in the boardroom. And the other guys have to help out the 17 with the business calls. Looking at a lot of calls, the doc, all that stuff. A lot of work a lot of calls you gotta make. So Sarah. And yeah. So you need to give your 17, Peter, Frank, and Motor and all of them breaks. Give Peter 2 50-minute breaks from 9 to 12. We work on a script for maybe an hour and a half. And then after at 10:30, everyone gets a 15-minute break. I don't think Peter Jackson smokes. He doesn't smoke. I know Mel Gibson smokes. Mel Gibson's a smoker. He might have quit, but Mel Gibson's a smoker. I smoke, so whenever I do my 15-minute break, I'm going to go outside and have a smoke, obviously. I don't think, VJ doesn't smoke, but VJ sometimes might have a smoke with me sometimes. She might join, have a cigarette with me. She'll bomb a smoke out of me. Like, VJ, if you're going to smoke, why don't you buy some back? Ivan, I'm not a smoker, Ivan, but I'll smoke sometimes. Because I read an interview, she said she tried cigarettes before. Ivan, I'll bum one off you. She bums one off me, obviously. Ivan, like, you should quit. I'm like, yeah, it's tough to quit. It helps me with stress. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The keys, this mess, and me coming out from death, me working my ass off in this movie project. Yeah, it's stressing shit. Hence why I have a smoke, obviously. So, Sarah. And we work until, so let's say we work from 9 to 10:30 on a script in the boardroom. We got our 50-minute break, and then we work till what, 11 maybe 15, 45 minutes, and we got another 50-minute break. Then 12 o'clock, everyone, we're done. And then it's now lunchtime. The limo driver will pick up Peter, Guillermo, Fran, the concert artist, George Lucas, and all them, and take them to the buffet restaurant to eat their food. Or I can put money into a cafe in my property, and they feed Peter them that way. But you're wasting money. I have to order the food. You're wasting money. Just have a limo driver take Peter them to the buffet restaurant. Some Sarah. And me and VJ will go out with the 17 to, like, I don't know, Burger King, Subway, Taco Bell, Domino's Pizza. We go out, we eat our lunch too. But the 17 don't get the limo services. They have to drive with their own car. Look, I'm not going to give you limo services for your dinner. No,